guys, and welcome to the channel. My name's Dazzling Dave, and if you're new around here, I do vlogs on my team Wolverhampton Wanderers of the Premier League and some lifestyle vlogs, as you'll see as well. I hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you're a returning subscriber, make sure you hit that bell because you always get notified when I do an upload. So first up, it's going to be the Sunday showdown with Wolverhampton Wanderers travelling to Arsenal to play them in their home turf. 4:30 kickoff on a Sunday, and this is the lowdown, all the stats, my prediction, the team selections, and what do you think is going to happen regarding to this weekend's game in the English Premier League. It's all coming up next. So first up with team news, Arsenal had a game in the Europa League on Thursday, and they did sustain a couple of injuries. Really nasty injury to Danny Welbeck with fell on his ankle, and that was quite serious, and we really do obviously hope he gets back to fitness. I've always quite liked Danny Welbeck. He'd be the sort of player I'd love to see at Wolves. I don't know what you think. Also, Stefan Leistner, I hope I said that right, is out. He was forced off with a muscle injury in the week as well. In terms of Wolves team news, from what I understand, Wolves are able to select again from a fully fit squad, with Diogo Jota recovering from a slight hamstring strain, and is available for selection for this one. So let's have a look at some head-to-head stats. Arsenal are actually unbeaten in 19 League and Cup games against Wolves. Wolves' last win against the Gunners came in 1979 at Highbury, when Andy Gray scored a brace for Wolves to win 3-2. Arsenal have actually won 7 out of their 8 Premier League meetings with Wolves. The only one blip was a 1-1 draw 2011. And actually I was at that game, and I do think, if I remember correctly, remind me if I've got this right, I think Wolves were down to 10 men and we were singing at the end and we only had 10 men. So that's the actually only time we've avoided defeat against the Gunners. Also an interesting fact that Arsenal have not been behind for 1 single minute against Wolves in all of those games. So, you know, we don't have the best record, but that can all change. All 3 of Wolves' Premier League goals against Arsenal have actually come as well from a set-piece corner. In terms of some stats, let's do Arsenal first. So Arsenal are actually, as I say, unbeaten in 9 top-flight matches. They won 7 in a row and have drawn the last 2. They're on a fantastic run of form under their new manager, and it is going to be a difficult place to go and play. They've taken 59 out of 63 points, winning 21 and drawing 2 against newly promoted teams. They have won 8 points this season from losing positions, more than any other Premier League team in fact. Arsenal are one of only 3 clubs yet to lead a Premier League game at half-time, the other being Cardiff and Wolves. Alexander Lacazette, I hope I said that right, has been directly involved in 16 goals in his 18 Premier League starts at the Emirates Stadium, scoring 12 and assisting in 4. So we really need to make sure that if he starts, because he does create a lot for them. Wolves, on the other hand, in terms of Wolves stats, 6-game unbeaten run obviously has ended recently. We've lost the last 3, and obviously the odds are against us in this one. Wolves are winless in their last 25 Premier League games against teams in the top half of the table, losing 15 and drawing 10. So 25 games stretching back, I don't know how long, we've not beaten anyone in the top half of the table when we played them. Arsenal obviously definitely count as one of those. Nuno Espirito Santo's side have scored only 3 away games this term, and only Cardiff have netted fewer with 2. However, Wolves have only conceded 4 goals away from home, so on their travels, a record that's only bettered by Manchester City and Chelsea. So as we go into the game, those are the stats and the facts. How are you feeling with your thoughts in terms of team selection and predictions? In terms of team selection, there's 3 talking points really. Diogo Jota is fit. Do you think he should come back into the starting lineup? My view is no, that won't happen. I think that Nuno will stick with Cavaleiro, who has scored and been in terms of stats, he's done really well when he's been on. I think he will start. I don't think Adama Traore will start. I think he will stay on the bench. And also Costa's just close to doing something. I think he's got into some positions, he's made some runs. It's surely only a matter of time before he scores and gets an assist. Maybe that will happen at the weekend. He does raise and play well in the big game, so I don't expect any changes there. In the middle of the park, Morgan Gibbs-White, he was absolutely fantastic when he come on against Tottenham. He was brilliant. He's such a young lad, he's such a talented footballer, and surely he's going to play at the highest level for England. However, do you think he should start against Arsenal? Again, I think this is another one where you stick with João Moutinho and Ruben Neves in the middle and have Morgan as an option to come on. He's still quite young, he's learning his trade, so I can't see that he's going to be thrown straight into that game against Arsenal. I'm not saying he wouldn't be able to do a good job, but he's still young and he's still developing. But he is the sort of player, as he proved against Tottenham, that can come on and really change the impetus of the game, and I think that's quite good. And I think we'll stay with the midfield. Then at the back, do we think we'll change the back at all? My thoughts on this is that, and I might be wrong, but I do think that potentially Dendoncker could come into the starting lineman in replacement. Bennett's had a great season. I don't think he was been so good the last couple of games. He picked up a yellow card. Some people may say he was culpable for one of the goals, although that could be attributed to Doherty, should we say. So I'm going to suggest if there's going to be any change to the starting lineup, and it'll be Dendoncker that will come in the back 3. He, and be given his opportunity. He does like to play. He's probably more of a ball-playing defender than, so potentially he might come in. That's my only potential change. Again, what do you think about that? In terms of score prediction, I am the eternal optimist. So, being the eternal optimist, as I am, always, I could see Wolves going to the Emirates and actually beating Arsenal. It would not surprise me, because it's the sort of thing that even a Wolves team of old could possibly do, especially this sort of team. It would not surprise me at all that we would go for a win. However, it's hard to see us getting anything out of this game, and just because of the form that Arsenal are in. They're great at home, we're away. I don't know, don't like to predict a defeat, but I can't, it's hard not to see it. So I'm going to probably go for 2-0 Arsenal, and that's me being sensible. However, my eternal positive self is going to go Wolves are going to win, and that's my heart. See, it's my vlog, so I can get a head and a heart prediction, so I'm going to go at least a point from my heart, but realistically 2-0. I'd like to see us score in the first half as well. Who wouldn't like to see us score in the first half? Actually, if we do score first, we're pretty good from a leading position. We haven't been able to chase games down, so it might be a good idea to start scoring in the first half. Hey Wolves, that would be good. And Jimenez, I think he's going to start docking the ball in the back of the net. And Neves, actually, it's about time he hit a worldie. And Costa, hey, you're due a goal as well, so why not? And actually, oh, no, I'm just getting a bit funny. But yeah, look, hey guys, leave your thoughts on the team. Leave your thoughts and feelings about the match. Leave your score prediction. And don't forget, if one of you gets it right with the first goal scorer and the correct score, you will have a chance of getting mentioned in the reaction vlog and following vlogs about that as well. And if there's more than one, obviously I'll pick a random name. So yeah, or you can go run over to my Instagram, which is Dazzling Dave, and also enter on that there, because I will put a competition up on that as well. I mentioned earlier as well that I do lifetime vlogs. Some of you might like them, some of you might hate them, but hey, check out for me my latest haul on Superdry and Zara. Some good little items there, and it'd be great to have some views and thoughts on what you think looks good and not on that as well. So yeah, so there is my prediction. Come on Wolves, fingers crossed we can get a result. You know, wouldn't surprise me if we did. Either way, win, lose or draw, whatever happens, as long as we go out and we put on another great performance, we play our football, we believe in what we're doing, anything is possible, because Wolves, we are a quality side and we are learning, and we're just going to keep improving, in my opinion. And fingers crossed. Leave your thoughts below, hit the bell, subscribe if you're new, and until the next one, which will be reaction after the Arsenal game, all the best. Come on Wolves.